I'm heading to Mackinac Island today, and the colors are gorgeous. Hi, I'm Trin Johnson, and welcome to Dustin. So maybe you've been to the island, and it was years ago, or maybe you would like to go to the island, in which case, this is kind of a fun way to get an idea of what it looks like in the fall. And it was gorgeous colors this year. So if you would like to stick around and watch that and watch me paint a little sketch, then join me. So we headed up through Harbor Springs and we decided to go through the tunnel of trees, which is really very beautiful. And we stopped in Hart and I took this cute pumpkin picture, and then we caught a ferry to the island, and I took a few pictures on the island, quite a few pictures on the island, and the color was just gorgeous. And we took a lot of walks. We do that when we go to the island. This is Arch Rock. There's a new Milliken Visitor Center there. And this is Skull Cave, one of the many rock formations on the island. And somebody set up these pumpkins. I thought they were very cute. And a walk up on the bluff. You can see the bridge in the background. And of course, the Grand Hotel. One of the lighthouses in the harbor. And a fun pair of horses that were being really cute. This is the Pierre Marquette Park. And this was my little seagull friend that came and stayed by me for a while. And this is one of the sunsets we caught on the island. It was just beautiful. So we didn't get out to do much plein air. We did get to the store and do some shopping, and I did paint this one little scene in the room. I had found these beam paints at a store on the island, which was very surprising. And so I painted that pumpkin scene from our trip through Tunnel of Trees on our way to Mackinac. And I thought that they worked pretty well for that. I did add a little bit of other colors, but I'm not sure what they were. Not very much. And the other thing we did is we went down to Marquette Park, my husband and my two sisters and I. And it was kind of chilly, but as long as you were in the sun, it was pretty, it was nice in the sun. But was the sunset, it got cold. It started to go down. So I started over here, did not intend to do the whole fort. I started drawing it, and I pretty soon had the whole thing almost drawn in. I think I finished that real quick at the end. And I had it drawn in and then inked. I did not have any paint down. There was a seagull that kept hanging around by us, and I thought I would put him in the corner. So I ended up doing that later. But it was just getting too cold and we had to go in. So before we had dinner, I painted this half of the painting, and then I painted this half when I got home. I know there's some hot pinky kind of colors in here, but they really just weren't over here. I used the same palette. So anyway, so now I'm going to paint really quick another little sketch. This one is of the lighthouse. And I have it drawn in here. Let me get my clip. And I'm just going to ink it and then put some paint on it. So let's see if I can get this paper to behave. Don't really need it. I'm not going to paint over there, so that's okay. I just want to get in here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'm just going to sketch in with my Micron 03 pen, just loosely. Okay, now we're going to do a little painting. I'm going to get a kneaded eraser and get my pencil lines a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now, if I cover this, I can put my paint there. Only I need it facing the direction I'm used to. Isn't that funny? How it just seems like it has to be that way. A little spray. Okay. And it seems like an important part of this scene is the sky. So I'm going to get a quill, my favorite kind of brush. And I don't know if you can see this part now. I'm going to get some cobalt blue. And add just a little cobalt turquoise to it, or cobalt teal, excuse me. There's a bank of clouds down at near the horizon. We were trying to see the comet, but there was just too many clouds and we didn't end up getting to see it at all. But we had a lot of fun looking. I don't want to paint the whole background behind the tree, but I do want to hit some spots. Getting a little manganese blue. Just dropping that in. I want that bottom kind of intense. There's some there. A little Jane's gray. Not trying to match it exactly, just want to give the same impression of it when I was there. Okay. Just the palest of blues at the bottom. All right, then it goes into our water. Which I want to use the same basic colors, only go in the opposite direction. So a little paint. I'm going to use some indigo too. I do like indigo at the water's horizon line. lighter blue. Maybe a titch more of the teal. Okay. Alrighty. Now, see there's some dark clouds up in the sky that I want to capture. I really want them kind of blending in. Okay. And while that's drying, I'm going to mix up some dark green for that. It's another island. I think it might be Round Island. I'd have to look at a map. Yeah, this is some green and some of that indigo, because there is a land mass back here too, and I'm not sure again which island we're seeing, or I don't think it's the mainland. It's behind the other one. Okay, close enough. And then let's get some branches. So a little neutral gray, little sepia. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear the cat snoring. She's squeaking. It's very cute. On her chair that used to be my chair I bought when I had my youngest, so that I would have a chair up here in the bedroom. I do my watercolors and a lot of my recording up here in this space. I have a little like area off to the side, little cubby, and it's quieter, and I can have my light set up across from me instead of, or my camera, instead of having to have it all from the one side, because there's enough space here to do this. So that's why I film in here, but she's like so dang cute sounding. Okay, while I'm there, let's just add a little brown and do the little spit of land that the lighthouse is on. Now I want a red, but it's a darkish red. And the bottom part of the lighthouse is red. And this tower. And this little building over here, over to the side, those are red. If it was bigger, I could get more careful about where the sun was shining and all that, but it's just not big enough to do that. That's about all I'm going to be able to do. There. Okay, now this tree has little berries that are very dark red. So I'm going to want to add those. And the leaves right now are kind of backlit, so they look just dark brownish. But I'm going to get some green in there too, because I think that will make it more interesting. And when the bark dries, then we will try and get some interest in the bark too. And that's about it. That's about all we're going to do. Okay, I want my smaller brush, I think. I'm treating this as if I was doing this on plein air. So I'm trying to be really quick and just get the suggestion. Not get really hung up on a lot of detail. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. Red. Some of these little berries just have a little bit of a reddish cast to them. Just a hint. while I'm at it, I'm going to give the red another coat so it'll pop a little more. Because that's what's fun about this. All right, and then I said I'm going to do a little bit in the tree trunk. So the sun is coming from my right. I'm just going to give it a little bit of dynamics, but not worry too much, just so it's not just sitting there. Now I can see in my photo that there is some highlights where the sun is catching this. Okay, I think, yeah, I'd like to get just a little darker real quick. Okay. And it is the Round Island Lighthouse. So I'm going to just write it in here. Round Island Light. No house. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then you could give it a like and a subscribe. That'd be great. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop where I have prints of my artwork. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop where I have prints of my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun things for sale. So thanks so much for watching.